much information as possible, and within this partner program I invite the Deputy Director of the Economic Development USAID Ukraine.
Hello everyone. My name is Paul Oliver. I'm the Deputy Director of the Office of Economic Growth, USAID. I thank everyone for coming to this event today. Financial grants to banks, to insurance companies, to leasing companies, in order to increase access to finance during the war, and to respond to the urgent needs of the economy. We'll hear more about this grant later on today, but this was an exciting opportunity we had at USAID to really try to do something different and to use our grant funding to take some risks and to try some different solutions, especially during this critical time. To use an opportunity for the war to try to come up with some alternative financing mechanisms, and to try to diversify the financial sector, and in particular the non-bank financial sector. And so as we look through the IBR program here, one of our kind of long-term strategic goals is to try to move Ukraine past so much dependence on the commercial bank sector, and support new financial products through banks and non-bank financial institutions, to help the economy grow, recover, and modernize. As we move forward in the next year or 2 years, I guess the medium term, we're going to be looking at doing a lot more work with insurance. IBR has been the lead for USAID on this insurance issue. That includes the crop insurance like you see today and we'll talk about today, but also war risk insurance or political risk insurance, which has taken on an increasing importance and remains one of the most critical unmet needs in Ukraine. And so we're going to try to find ways to work through that, whether that's through grant resources or through regulatory and legal reforms that are necessary to put in place the war risk insurance. And so that's will remain among our top priorities going forward. And so that's all I want to say. I want to leave most of the time for the experts to talk. And so I'll turn it over now to Rafael Jabba, who's the Chief of Party for the Investment for Business Resilience activity.
Thank you, Paul. On behalf of IBR, thank you for your warm remarks on this important activity. Representatives of UNIVERSALNA, PrivatBank, guests, IBR colleagues, and most importantly to the farmers of Ukraine, thank you for being involved in this program. Today you will hear extensive details about crop insurance and the numbers of farmers that have benefited from this partnership between IBR, UNIVERSALNA, PrivatBank, and our farmers. But I would like to take a step back and take a look at why crop insurance is important. Because crop insurance provides financial protection to farmers against losses due to unforeseen events such as natural disasters, pests, market fluctuations. And here's some of the key reasons why crop insurance is crucial. One, it deals with risk management. Farming is highly susceptible to risks from weather, pests, and diseases. Crop insurance helps mitigate the financial impact of these risks, ensuring that farmers can recover and continue their operations after any potential losses. Income stability. With crop insurance, farmers can help maintain a stable income, even in bad seasons, helping them cover expenses like seeds, equipment, and labor. Food security. By ensuring that farmers can stay in business after crop failures, insurance supports the continuous production of food, contributing to overall food security. Credit access. Many lenders, such as we have in this case, require farmers to have crop insurance as a condition for loans. This helps farmers access credit, which is critical for investing in new technologies and expanding operations. And it encourages investment. Knowing that they are insured, farmers are more likely to invest in higher yield or higher value crops, improving productivity and profitability. It also provides economic stability. In agriculture-dependent economies, typically like in Ukraine's, crop insurance helps stabilize the broader economy by reducing the financial volatility that can arise from poor harvests. In summary, crop insurance is vital for safeguarding farmers, ensuring food security, and supporting agriculture and economic stability. It's also important to note that crop insurance is only one form of blended finance to assist farmers in agricultural value chains. And I'm sure that you all are familiar with an agricultural value chain. It starts from agricultural inputs. It can be through technologies that address, issues such as various methods of farming, technical assistance to improve technical yields, how to address issues of pests, how to deal with, let's say crop storage, warehouse receipt programs, and basically right up onto the point of bringing your groceries to the hypermarkets. So it's an entire range. There's your value chain. But I think that it's important for us to find out ways that we can have an impact on the agricultural value chain. And in IBR, we're dealing with financial issues. So if we take a look at various types of investments, we can say that from a financial perspective, an agricultural value chain program involves several components. And some of these key components are access to finance, credits and loans, providing farmers, processors, and other stakeholders with access to affordable credit, inputs, equipment. Microfinance. It's not what we focus on, but microfinance, there are a lot of farmers out there that don't have access to credit, and there are institutions that need to offer small loans for smallhold farmers and entrepreneurs to help them invest in their productivity. Agribusiness financing. Structured financing for agribusinesses and cooperatives involved in storage, processing, and distribution. Credit guarantees. Risk mitigation mechanisms to encourage banks to lend to agribusinesses. Investments in infrastructure, supply chain infrastructure, technology investments. There's also risk mitigation insurance. As you know, under this program, we're providing crop insurance, but we could also explore livestock insurance. Risk-sharing mechanisms, which would be partnerships between financial institutions, development organizations, and governments to share the financial risks associated with agriculture. Market access and trade financing, which deals with working capital, trade finance, and contract farming, the latter being financial backs for contract agreements that provide farmers with upfront capital in exchange for supply producing at pre-agreed prices. Financial inclusion and digital payments, mobile payments, banking services, capacity building and financial literacy training, capacity building, programs that enhance the financial management skills of all stakeholders in the value chain. Subsidies and grants, but we don't offer grants anymore. Everything for us is co-finance. Government or donor-backed incentives to support small-scale farmers. Tax incentives, financial policies that reduce taxes for agribusinesses, especially those engaged in export. public-private partnerships, blended finance models, as Paul had just mentioned, combining public and private sector funding to mobilize more resources for infrastructure, innovation, and agriculture. As you can see, these financial components work together to ensure the smooth functioning of the agriculture value chain, while promoting growth, reducing risks, and improving profitability for all stakeholders, especially the farmers in Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rafael. Thank you for your support. And наступне.
And the next floor I will give to Taras. It's the head of group of facilitator group in private sector of USAID project investment, sustainability. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very glad to welcome you on our press conference, and I would like to discuss directly the project which has given the first results, the insurance of the first crops and insurance of from the point of view of the farmers, of gaining of bank financing. Please give my presentation. The next slide, please. If you would like to discuss and represent you the results of the first realization of our project, that means the insurance of the future crops, how it will work and how it will work. But we will start with a description. Instability for the sustainability of the business to protect small and middle business also through financial institution. And this support is done through also the different innovation products for the sake of increasing and making the access of small and middle business to bank financial. We know the bank financial has a high liquidity, but unfortunately the rates and risks, interest and risk don't let give the additional financing from for the small farmers, and small farmers are the most vulnerable groups. And taking into account this factor, for our partners, it's the universal partners. It's a project for insurance for the crops as one of the factors for giving the financial by the private bank for small business farmers. For such partners who can take into account their risks and risk of liquidity will not be able to get credits from the loans from the bank. And in the framework of this project, it was signed the agreement with more than 700 small farmers, and the volume of financing which was received for the support of sustainability of the business from the private bank was more than $58 million. And what concerning the project itself, it was constructed in such a way for the farmer addressed to the bank with the aim to gain the loan. If bank sees that due to some data farmer cannot receive this loan or have several questions, it would be provided the additional insurance for the future crops to minimize the operational risks, and the insurance was made by company Universal Way, and it was covered for the investment for the sustainability business. It's very innovative products which was put on the market by TIES. What was framework of this product was very interesting to get. First of all, the innovation product which helped to wanted to farmers access to the farmers. So the second thing, the insurance of the future crops is decrease of the risk. If they didn't get jobs because of dry, the seeds disappear, the farmers, all of such losses will cover for the internal resource, but it was a great problem for small farmers because they need to purchase fertilizer for the next campaign, and here they don't have money because I wanted to use for this. And if you have some issue for partners addressed to the bank and the crops have disappeared, it's likely that the bank will not give a loan because the assessment of the financial situation is not the best one. That is why the package for insurance of future crops from one side decrease the risks of the farmers and lets the assess to the finance resource such product for the state level, and I will tell you more sensible things because several efforts to launch such product. Unfortunately, such efforts were not lucky because the insurance is pretty experienced, but we received the future experience and we will represent you. We have some first farmers who get reimbursement concerning the first insurance, and we are planning in the future. Then we will have more statistics. We will try work and we will start the work with the regulator to be able to use this insurance the same as a part as a potential mortgage, because we cannot use as a mortgages, can use as an element which will stabilize the operation activity and will make them more stable from the point of view of financial institution. But such products has a nice potential of development, and we have a kit of statistics. Mr. Taras will give a comment as we influence the assets of the state. It's a really very interesting initiative for future development of the market and the market of financial of small farmers. If we will come directly to the figures which we have received in framework of revising of such projects, we can see that the financial was given and loans were received by approximately 500 farmers. The volume of loans was approximately 11.3 million, and the cover growth which was by Universal by the company is more than 800 million hryvnias. And from the point of view the project was given the finance for the partners more than 27 million hryvnias, which covered the value of insurance for future crops. Concerning the conclusions that we have made from this project, it's very interesting because unfortunately such projects were not launched, and we see to work in this systematic way. We had the first question in this project, the assessment of the crops and the insurance on the crops, and to make such an initiative to move on very quickly. We need to plan for time, signing of agreement, to plan the campaign when it's recommended to provide the crop insurance. We have seen it was the example of this year when the insurance was given, and in principle, if we come clear access to such products, they have very good influence both for operational activities, farming is access to the financial and minimize the risk of farming household, and shows the example how we can, with very small mechanism, it's a small investment amount, we can help to small farmers to make such active stabilizing of their business, taking into account the challenges that they have, and in the future to make more to insurance of the military risk, which fields can be contaminated as a sequences of war activities, is a reason, the example how we can help small businesses. And now I would like to give a floor to one of the participants of this program, Ms. Mykola from the NIC company, which took part in such project and give such insurance. Mr. Mykola, please share your experience. We will have video and then we will ask you to comment it. hero from movie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was the Universal Canadian company, and have such beautiful land. I learned. I was studying there. It was a Canadian Ukrainian project CAPP where we has brought some knowledge, technologies from there, and still as enterprise it was a Canadian company, and this equipment which came from there. And thank you for such project. This project I didn't expect such results that we gained. PrivatBank, Universal, and such USAID projects, very super projects. You have made such a good things. This year we had frozen first from the I was I'm the head of the we have such we didn't have the crop because of frozen such a support I don't know how to say thank you that we had such project, because for us it was a question of life and vice versa, and you know that we had that we have such a war in our country, and we have a lot of grief and a lot of bad things, and such support gives possibility for resilience. I will not say a lot of things. We have the budget, we provide company which pay all of the official taxes, and thank you for your attention. I wish peace for everyone, peace and victory.
So I'm curious, you mentioned that the bank required that you needed to have crop insurance in order to get a loan from the bank. Did you first go to the bank, or did you first come to UNIVERSALNA and ask them about getting a loan? Who did you approach first? And second, what are other ways that you believe that that we could assist you? I mean, what other forms of support will help farmers in Ukraine?
Thank you for your question. Of course, to address the bank, we have some plans to reach better financial results, and we understand that money is the blood of the economy. We need it, and we have support from PrivatBank, and it's the best bank in Ukraine. Without any advertising, it's a good product. It's digitalization of the process. It's very comfortable, and we use and we will use it. What kind of support, what kind of help do we need? We require support in equipment, in modern equipment, because military events provoke a lot of dry, and we suffer from such problems. Such questions, amelioration, such farmers as our enterprise, we cannot raise this question. And more on the ground, it's modern equipment which will let us more humidity, spare the humidity rate, so more modern to save humidity, such technological equipment which would let to keep the humidity by for seeds. And my experience and my impressions of this farming that I had, it will be very precious help. I know American market, they have very nice equipment and we can come there. It will be very valuable. This product like leasing with the participation of USAID. Thank you very much. You're doing a very good thing.
Если така можливість може розвиватися.
If this possibility may be considered, we would be very thankful. If I answered enough.
Through Best Leasing, we have leasing programs, so that is an option as well.
Добре.
Okay, yeah, thank you. We will use this product. Then, dear colleagues, we would like to try to show once again a video with sound so that you hear.
Полегливості. Вже понад 20 років компанія вирощує зернові та олійні культури на 600 гектарах землі, а також розвиває птахівництво та вівцеводство.
На підприємстві по сезону до 15 людей працює, найманих працівників. На зимовий період менша кількість, десь 9-10 людей. Ми весь спектр своїх послуг самі собі надаємо. Від виробництва урожаю до його збирання маємо відповідно переробку, яка робить і борошно, і крупи. Загальних зберігань складів ми маємо більше як на 10 тисяч тонн. Потужності по переробці близько 5 тонн за годину.
Війна суттєво змінила агробізнес України. Розбиті дороги, порушені ланцюги постачань, проблеми з експортом та імпортом – це лише частина проблем, з якими зіткнулося господарство.
Війна, безумовно, дуже дала на бізнес, неймовірно. З тим викликом, який виник після знищення Каховської дамби, дуже змінився клімат наших територій. Вони зробилися більш посушливим. У нас дуже погані з опадами цього року. Дуже страждають пізні посіви, тобі старі паки, чи соняшник і кукурудза.
Для підтримки бізнесу підприємство отримало у Приватбанку кредит для поповнення обігового капіталу. Важливим фактором для банку було страхування майбутнього врожаю, а саме 100 гектарів ріпаку. Це забезпечила страхова компанія «UNIVERSALNA» за програмою співфінансування з проєктом USAID інвестицій для стійкості бізнесу, що покрила вартість страхування для підприємства.
Для отримання кредиту банка була вимога, щоб ми зробили страхування на обсяг виходних ресурсів із компанією «UNIVERSALNA». Ці ресурси, що ми прилучили до цього року, ми мали можливість закупити і насінневий матеріал, і ефектні добрива, і засоби захисту рослин.
Завдяки страхуванню врожаю фермерське господарство, по-перше, отримало доступ до кредитних коштів в сумі майже 4 мільйони гривень, які в тому числі пішли на збільшення автопарку, покращення логістики та залучення нових працівників для транспортування продукції до заводів і портів. А по-друге, уникнуло значних втрат, адже забезпечили собі покриття збитків від втрати врожаю ріпака, який сильно постраждав від спеки. Тож після проведення оцінки «UNIVERSALNA» відшкодувала підприємству понад 2 мільйони гривень.
Надзвичайно важливо, щоб була така можливість зробити страхування врожаю із компанією «UNIVERSALNA», бо це питання життя і життя не тільки самого підприємства, а й людей, які тут роблять. Для невеличкого підприємства, для українського фермера це була дуже сильна допомога.
Підприємство НІ вже планує нові інвестиції в сучасне обладнання для точного землеробства та нові технології вирощування рослин, а також готується до збільшення поголів'я птиці і овець вже наступного року. А отже є яскравим прикладом успішної міжнародної підтримки українських аграріїв, що допомагає їм долати важкі виклики і забезпечувати продовольчу безпеку України і світу.
Я впевнений, що завдяки нашій програмі сотні агровиробників зростатимуть, стануть міцнішими та збережуть тисячі робочих місць.
Дякуємо.
Thank you. I just wanted to share that people who receive insurance payback inspire us for our work as insurers. And this is a substantial part of our work. We understand what we work for. Thank you and thank all the participants of this project. And first of all, USAID who made it possible. I would like to say that we invited Oleksandr, Haidu, People's Deputy, head of committee on agrarian policy. However, the plenary session was announced in Verkhovna Rada. However, taking into account importance of this matter, he will join us online. Hello, Oleksandr. Good afternoon, colleagues. Really today, unexpected plenary week. We work in Verkhovna Rada today. I really wanted to join the discussion a lot. First of all, I would like to say that really previously, before we had many programs that enabled agrarians to develop government-supported farmers. We had many support programs from the state that we have developed together with the Ministry of Agrarian Policy. I thank Vysotskiy for that because we really had a great program. And back when war started, for 3 years, business is working one-on-one. I'm happy that businesses finding different possibilities, and today they stand agrarian front line and enable their workers to get salary. They develop their businesses and also try to get to new markets, American market, the South. This is extremely important for us because agrarian sector is to be developed and assisted. Back in 2020, together with management of insurance company UNIVERSALNA, with Vysotskiy, we met and discussed a program of support from insurance companies. Practically all risks insurance, those are not new programs. They were back then adapted towards support from the government. We, after developing this program with insurance company, were discussing so it is at the national level support. Unfortunately, the war started and implementing this program was postponed. However, today we see that thanks to this program in partnership with PrivatBank, thanks to support from USAID, there are certain results already. We have just seen presentation video of farmer who have received such compensation. This is extremely important for us. What I would like to wish is really to company UNIVERSALNA to develop new programs for PrivatBank to be able to give loans to businesses as much as possible, for USAID to provide support, and we as Agrarian Committee are ready to support that because it is very important for us that the agrarian sector is developing as dynamic as possible and our farmers see that they have support. So this is very cool program in my view. It should be continued, scaled up, and as many stakeholders involved as possible. That is why I would like to wish everyone that we actively continue this program, which is already there, which is already gaining some results. Thank you so much for your support and for finding opportunity to join us from within Verkhovna Rada. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish you to have a good work and good day. You see, as it turns out today, that we may organize such meetings even from within Verkhovna Rada. This is very good.
I will give a slot to the person who is the father of such projects that we have heard from Oleksandr about, and that they together with Taras Vysotskiy, they were trying to find the way to support of agrarians in such such hard times. Andriy was very pleasant to be here. I would like to say, if Oleksandr such the words of the participation in the payment of such universal insurance is life important for the start, and for me it's very sensitive because we had such a big plan. We can build up high figures. It all will come to the small thing, and I think it's the aim of all three partners who participated to make such some, at least one enterprise could say that, as a minimum one enterprise could say that due to your program we can go on functioning, we can operate, we can pay taxes, and we can upkeep our workers and continue our activity. It's very sentimental moment in this video. And concerning our program, I can say that for the year of cooperation with USAID, that half of my speech was told by Mr. Rafael, and Taras told about our results, and told that I think that come to us that the idea which was going with what thing can we come to the grant, to the standard, and how it will work. We would say our product, our insurance product, and say some here I will tell about the bank since the company USAID in February 2023 has a competition for the grant. We wanted to apply for this grant, but we didn't understand what things do we need, because at the time and now we have complicated moment, and we want to help to each person, and we should efficiently as possible to use such possibilities. That is why we concentrated at the branch of agriculture. It's very important, and I think it's number one concerning the currency coming in Ukraine. It's difficult for them, take into account all military stories and the problem with the logistic. And we said, what thing do they need? Because just come and ask to get insurance. We will close some part of the problems, and it's clear that those moments, one of the factors that is is necessary is a lack of financial. We put ourselves in the place of bank, and we can understand that bank can provide finance, but bank must be sure that the bank will get this money back. And we found such instruments that we as an insurance company can provide. It's a future crop insurance to close such chain, where the client can receive the access to the financial. Bank will be more soft in its, I would say, requirement to some to the person who would like to get a loan, to the loaner, because he will have the insurance alone. So we can see that such things can work. Thank for USAID, and we have one such grant, and us has shown the results. And we seen at that time that where we signed it was a year ago, year 2000. Last year we presented the grant agreement that Mr. Oliver was there. If he remembers, we had a plan to involve more than 600 million hryvnias, approximately 120 farmers, and as a result, we come to the data 1,300 million for finance from due to private bank, and 474 enterprises were financed. That is why I think that we are not ashamed to be here to present our results, our work, and to say one more time thank you to all our partners who took part in this. And I would like to express a hope for our future cooperation with all who are here now. Thank you. I would like to add to such information that Andriy has shared with us. For USAID, it's important to support business which depends on women, which belongs to women. We have some target data to develop business, and especially those business which owned by women. As a result of such program, I would like to inform that we have reached such data that we had a hesitation, but due to the result for today, in a framework for such a project of support, 40% of business which had support belong to women. They receive the support, and now we perform all the data that we made to us together with our partners. It's very important. And I would like to give a floor to Yevhen Zaihraiev. It's such person due to which person we who supported this project very much, and I would like to express the hope that we will continue the project. It's a very important part. Without such partner, we wouldn't reach anything. Cooperative business, PrivatBank, Yevhen Zaihraiev. Agreed to everyone. Let's come to our slides.
Про PrivatBank.
First, about PrivatBank and agribusiness. For PrivatBank, agribusiness is a very important segment of business, and you see it in numbers on slide. We have intensified credits to the agrarian segment during hostilities. Especially, I remember first loans spring campaign 2022 we have issued mid-March 2022. Thus, we could support the industry. Other state banks got involved later. We got support from the government. Special program was made, thanks which we could support the demand that wasn't met, because due to military operations, majority of banks suspended loans programs, and state PrivatBank could help a lot. So during war, 29 billion hryvnia to agro segment, to agro customers we have given, and we did not stop at that. And back in previous year we have given out 12 billion hryvnia to Agrarians. For us, this project was very interesting from many viewpoints. The first, really possibility to make risks for bank less while giving loans, meaning having risk appetite less, giving money to the customers that bank couldn't approve loan giving in current situation, or to give more money, or to take less collateral, all comprehensive, that if risk less makes additional opportunities both for customer and bank. Second, understandably, sometimes we have situations when a loan may not be paid back on time, and part of those cases due to weather risks, and these risks happened in this case, meaning that thanks to joint program with the insurance company UNIVERSALNA and support from USAID, without whom this project wouldn't be possible. This situation would become non-performing loan, and it would become problem both for customer as well as for state bank. Due to ensuring we may avoid such situations, and this is a very good example for me for potential similar loan recipients to develop agro sector in Ukraine in general, especially in situation of vast climate change due to very many factors. First of all, we'll be very happy to continue a potential project, and even without the project, we will be happy if agrarians are going to pay the attention to products as ensuring future crops, because this makes the joint risks of agrarians less, as well as banks less risks that finance such loans. In general, I would say the potential of funding this sector is enormous. We see, for example, in Privat, over 41,000 farmers are serviced. This is around 35% of all the Ukrainian agrarians. And when we calculate loan potential, risk managers, based on model, calculate how much funding may be issued. They allocate around 7,000 customers, and even those 7,000 customers may be provided with 54 billion hryvnia, and today those customers want to get less because of the requirements for security, some other reasons that not allow them to go to banks to get funding. So banks want to make this process easier and more transparent. On the other hand, there are many loan recipients, over 70% of all the farmers who are served, and the credit potential is calculated for. For some, funding may be inaccessible due to some reasons. The financial factors, bank being institution giving out loan, thinking about returning this investment. Other factors, if we make risks less, among others due to insurance, we may make this potential more. We may have access to loans better, which would be very important. A little bit about the program itself. From the standpoint of bank, who we have given loans to, what is the profile of our customer. This is really a micro, small business customer with income up to 300 million hryvnia annually. General land bank up to 1,500 hectares. We wanted to have less threshold, up to 100 hectares. Many financial institutions look at 100 hectares, which, if less, they consider to be very risky to fund. And we wanted to have less hectares to make this loan product more affordable. And as we have planned to involve insurance instrument to mitigate risks, we were looking at harvest profile to have part of winter plans. The tariff itself, due to partnership between insurance company and USAID, was lowered substantially, and our loan recipients paid symbolic price, as you see, less than 1% from the cost of insurance, in order to get access to this funding. Of course, for Privat, this is additional benefit, because we could fund those that we couldn't fund otherwise, or in this amount. Plus, statistics is very interesting for us, because all those weather factors, surveying of agrarians, loan recipients is very important, so that we could develop new models, and so that they enable us to consider those risks better in future and to make access to funding easier. We really funded over 1.3 billion hryvnia, and we now have payback. You see the example was made from one region, Dnipropetrovsk region, winter rape and winter wheat. Those three cases already enabled to compensate over 2.8 million hryvnia. Once again, I will say that we are very thankful to the offer out there. Obviously, we're not the only bank that funds agribusiness, but this is one of the priorities for us. And coming back to my first slide, I would like to say that around 10% of agri loans market is ours, and we continue developing new products and programs for agrarians. We plan to launch to make access to funding easier, and nearest week we'll have new launches. New agro season is starting. We are going to wait for you. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yevhen. And the next floor I would like to give to Taras Vysotskiy, First Deputy Minister of Agrarian Policy and Food of Ukraine.
Welcome, participant of the discussion. I will try to start with my profile. Due to such a project that we have heard about, agri-insurance will be developed in Ukraine for sure. It's one of the steps for reaching this goal. Briefly, in fact, we will not remember the experience of here for years, but to make the qualitative basement and provide the cooperation for a long time. Year 2021 was a law about the financing of the agrarians, and the Ministry of Agri Policy is one of those of such laws. And the next steps should be very simple. And in order to have trust again and to avoid any hesitations, provided several things to be made. First of all, it's in effect the fixation of such register of insurance company, which was fixed by the regulator National Bank of Ukraine, which acts due to the requirement of the regulator, and because it is related, and unfortunately here the first step, National Bank of Ukraine as a regulator sets of system banking that you can trust. You say that it was 10 or 15 companies, but it's not one of the company once for a long time during the market, and all they are reliable. First of all, it's very important that we have the signal of trust. The second thing, as objectively the agro insurance is expensive from the point of view of risks. It's expensive all over the world. To create the volume effects and make such a sustainable practice, it should have the support of value of the insurance. The idea was since the year 2022 launched from the state budget. All costs came to the monetary targets, and we come back. We made the request and gave the discussion in Verkhovna Rada Ukrainian Parliament and make it in the year 2025. But as the project is made, it's an illogical thing. That's even better. You have the reimbursement up to 60%, and here I see 95 and 5%. It's a very good result. Why it's important? Because a lot of skepticism, even if some budget funds have 60% of investment. You see that the objective of this is on the 10 years effectively done with it to make some that you should take a long time to trust it, not even 3 or 5 years. But such examples they say that everything will be good. So trust. We have some concrete cases, hundreds of cases for insurance, 10, I think 3 or 5 or 10. We have civilized, but they have guaranteed such payments. It's concrete cases. It's very important step, and I hope that the next year we will fulfill it, and because we can show that the system is working and it's no hesitation. And we should, I think we should think what is concerning the winterization, about spring, and about future crops will be. It's a very good case when you fix a future crop. If you don't have it, you should add this such product for insurance. I say that we have agreed that we have all 3 products. It's insurance for winter, for future. So you have all of the data in this insurance. I remember that we have initiated in the year 2022. We will finish the cycle. So was the last product that we confirmed with you. In effect, it's important thing for the farmer. You have the agreement that no one will mention anything as a requisite here, and that to avoid some things which to avoid any misunderstanding in this, and you should make volumize it. And I think that it will be the next phase. We support it because. Then minimum infrastructure in legislation has been created, and we should share and show such partners, state programs, to make this ordinary practice, to make everyone understand that you have seeds into the ground and you have insurance, and then you have loans and other things will be connected. That is why in this context it's very important. It's very important and in objective and it will come this matter of survival. I wouldn't like to terrify you, but this is freezing. We can see it's Central Europe with the climate change, and this is the same scene. It's the same thing. The same thing here. It has a high voting, and also I think that the climate change is such things that it will not be possible without the insurance. As quickly we'll do it, so less cycle we will make, and we will keep the existing part and not such natural selection. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's very nice result and very good initiative. It will be the example of the Agrarian Committee will look at it. You will see from the point of view from the state financing, and you should support it because it's one of the it's a must for survival for Ukrainian agrarian. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dear colleagues, do you have some questions? Maybe you would like to. I have some questions to our farmers. I would like to from the first how cost this insurance? So do you have mortgage loan? Did you receive the money, or it's only planned? No, everything is okay. We received costs. We received money. They used for, so to speak, it doesn't use microphone. There was no mortgage. There was no mortgage. Insurance company gave such possibility. How much? 630. It's a symbolic amount. So, thank you. its low tariff was because the majority was paid by USAID. In the framework of the project, it was the same that market has. It was a standard market tariff. Or it have some, you see, we have maximum take into account all of the, we will say such, it's a pilot project, we took into account the volume such project, and it's a market a little less for the things that it's volume services. You come and buy something, it's one price. If you have big volume, it's another price. And say that it's a market, maybe a little bit lower than the market. And we would say it was one of the criteria of our partners from USAID, and we should confirm that the tariff is not higher than market ones, because we didn't sell the thing that costs 1 hryvnia, we didn't pay for 2 hryvnias, for example. That is why our partners controlled it, and we had documented that it's, we have the analysis of the market by National Association of Insurance Company. We make the data collection and such tariff which corresponds to the reality. A question. Interfax Ukraine, how many insurance occasions? It was 197 agreement. It was how many cases of insurance did you have, and what kind of amount did you have, and what's the amount payment, and what kind of cost, and what kind of tariff it was?
Okay, many questions. I will try to answer all. If I forget something, you will help me. The tariff was 3-4%. Insurance cases applied for 14 insurance cases. 3 of them payment was done. Those that were represented. For some others, we're still waiting for documents from customer in order to you see, ensuring future harvest is a rather complicated procedure and rather big numbers. It's not even like insuring the most expensive car. If we insure some company, it may be tens of millions hryvnia. So that not a single insurance company in Ukraine may uphold those risks. Some 60, some 70% reinsure abroad. In order to get insurance reimbursement from our reinsurance company, we need to get package of documents. There is some list of necessary documents, and sometimes we haven't even received package of such documents from Agrarian, so we cannot tell you which will be the total amount paid and the statistical average insurance amount. For our insurer company, the best advertisement is paying money, because anyone may collect money and advertise yourself when you pay. So we definitely are going to make press release on our website or at our Facebook page, where we will indicate where will final conclusions be summarized, final numbers understood. We'll provide this information. Where do you reinsure this risk? Swiss Re and Hanover. Those are 2 reinsurers that have proportion 50-50% agro insurance in your insurance portfolio. What is the percentage? During which year? I think that we had years when insuring future crop took up to 35%. Now I think that due to war, due to difficulties for agrarians, they have no interest. To wake up this interest is one of our objectives, so to say. I think that definitely less than 1.5% in the portfolio of insurance company. What is the marketed tariff now? You were providing 3-4. Look, I may explain the way it works if you all have time. You made unified tariff for our partners to simplify settlements. So to say, one tariff for everything we may not provide. Real market tariff average. If we take crops, we were including probably 3.6, 3.5 by wheat and up to 4 in rape because this is more susceptible. And so to say, probability of insurance case is higher in this range. Thank you so much. If you have more, okay. Thank you. Rate of territories also matters. In some areas, dry weather is more often, so the calculation based on that was unique approach. Unified tariff was applied. We had quite a risk. Honestly, this is not about profit. I have one more question. As far as I understand, 500 customers of PrivatBank received loan, but only 300 customers signed insurance agreement. 346. Why the rest did not sign? Why the rest did not sign? Because many factors, starting from human factor, ending with package of documents that they should have provided us with. I may say that this was our pilot project, and as we really initially were saying, this was a unique project that we didn't have ever before. We were paving our way on the road that was grown with grass, that no one knew what how to do on this road. So there are some shortcomings in our approaches to business processes. In terms of some customers, we couldn't receive for loans issue because the plantation was in big condition and insurance company has possibility to deny insurance. So the procedure of concluding the agreement of insurance foresees that our partner, our assisting company, goes into field, looks at field. This is, by the way, additional control tool for bank, because bank receiving feedback from us that we cannot receive a field to insure because customer doesn't have harvest on field, or something is dry, or he did not keep with technological process for growing so many. So we gave a report to our partners from USAID, partners from PrivatBank, and I must say reasons why it wasn't insured. When we were classified, we had around 7-8 reasons. Main numbers in Kidesta that our customers had, and second, that we couldn't receive for insurance because of field conditions in the company. So we arrived, we looked at and said that we cannot. So if you need addition from us, we are ready. About winterization, we had early snow, unfortunately, but we couldn't look at field because lots of snow in the field, and our assistant companies couldn't evaluate land plots in terms of planting material condition. Lots of snow, so nature limited us a little. So insurance was almost free of charge for people, but unfortunately we couldn't have a look at the plantations. So the conditions is that the fields are surveyed. So this insurance tariff in the first place is stipulated by this type of insurance requires visiting field. It's not easy. In some areas, very difficult to get to, even in a vehicle, but the specialists to get there, look at the field, to make photos, to evaluate plantations, and to provide this information to be insured. So there are requirements and they work 100%. Do you have other questions, colleagues? Look, via Facebook we have a live stream. By the way, via Facebook we had questions asked. I will read out if you allow. Let us thank Taras Vysotskiy. Thank you for this meeting. So the first question is to Yevhen Zaihraiev, PrivatBank. What are the further plans of PrivatBank to support agri companies in general and also in cooperation with insurance company UNIVERSALNA in support from USA? Thank you for your question. Brief. For PrivatBank, agri sector is one of the main segments. Our plans are to develop loans for the micro, SMEs and corporate businesses, and we see that Agrarians historically are loan recipients that pay loans back pretty well. Agrarians loan recipients would like to increase our credit portfolio in this segment. With that we see potential, and with that we see that the companies make a lot of useful things for our country. They create jobs, they have potential for development into processing, so that added value created in Ukraine. So we will gladly fund equipment and machinery for those companies, not only operating capital. And we see many sub-segments here that we think over, including gardening, berries, animal husbandry, very many interesting things here. And agrarian sector in general, all the change related to food production is a priority for bank and for security of Ukraine. And if we speak about cooperation, we are open for cooperation. We cooperate with many insurance companies. This is one of our partners, and here we have a cooperation thanks to this project was initiated by insurance company and USAID. They won a grant and Privat got, we're very thankful for that, received opportunity as a bank that gives loans to agrarian segment now, and focuses on micro, small and medium businesses, meaning that we may provide access to donor monies, be it USAID, EBRD, that we cooperate other partners to provide access to donor funds to very many Ukrainian loan recipients, both entrepreneurs and legal entities. So we're going to fund agribusiness uninterruptedly. We are very happy that we received experience of insuring agrarian risks, and we're working on products that will enable to give loans using the future crop as pledge. Interesting, rather, that will require ensuring this future harvest, and we'll be happy if USAID or other donors will support our initiatives and Ukrainian business for the future. Thank you. Thank you very much for your answer.
The next question to USAID. Let we ask you to answer the question if USAID is planning to make the financing more wide into middle enterprise after the successful realization. This gives the question that the project will continue to the end of the ultimate for insurance, also the winter groups, and as a result of this project we will see the result and we will take other decision. And now we have the decision to apply for this project and gain the financing for the end of the year. Yes, we realize in the project, and pay and please address to the private bank and you will get the support. The second question here is Mr. Vakola. And how the project of the agro insurance, may you recommend the Agrarian use such a program? Would you make such policies for today? Thank you. Yes, a positive influence we have from this program. Such story helped a lot. Such aid came, and we have a lot of. I would like. This is a very positive experience. We would, and I think such opinion. How to share this opinion? It should be advertised. You people must see such product. It's very efficient. It's like this. Thank you. Well, thank you. More questions. Do you have questions? Dear colleagues, I ask you don't go away. We need to have the general picture, and please participate to fix the participation in this project and keep a nice memory. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.